You don't got my attitude, cause I got that bratitude.
We got that gratitude, it's not an attitude. We got that gratitude, it's not an attitude.
Hey Bratts, so this is the natural glam look I am going for today. And if you want to see how I create this look, please continue watching. But don't forget to subscribe and like the video and click the notification bell so you can be a part of the Bratts family. Let's get into this video. So first we're going to start off with a bare face and moisturize with some Cetaphil lotion. And make sure you have an even apply. Next we're going to let it dry for at least 10 minutes. So now we're going to take some primer and we're going to apply it with my hands because the heat from my hands really warms up the products and gives it a smooth apply. So now you're going to take the primer and evenly moisturize it in your T-zone and any red spots you want to cancel out. You're also going to let it dry for 5 minutes so your foundation won't be cakey. What I love about this foundation is it has a spatula, so it gives you a very easy way to apply the foundation. Before we get any deeper into the makeup tutorial, let's put all this fluffy hair back. So now we are going to take the booty blender and bounce the booty on our face, evenly blending our foundation. I am using Wet n Wild foundation in the color Buff Biscuit. And you want to make sure that you bring your foundation down in your hairline and around your neck so it won't just look like you have a whole bunch of foundation on your face. It will be evenly blended into your skin. So we're going to let this dry for at least 5 to 10 minutes because you don't want to pound foundation on foundation because even if it is a matte foundation, you don't know how long it takes it to dry, so you don't want to add another layer of cake because we're already going to add concealer and powder. We're going to let this dry for 10 minutes. Now we are going to take some concealer and cover up these bags. I am now using the e.l.f. concealer in the color light medium. And next will be IT Cosmetics concealer in the color light medium. This concealer is very thick, so be sure to add a little amount because you don't want to have too much cake. Now let's take the flat side of our booty blender and blend out this concealer. So now we are going to take the flat side of the booty blender and put some powder under this concealer so our eyes will not crease. Make sure you are not taking too much powder because you don't want it to cake up all on your foundation, making you look like a rocky road. Okay, so now we are going to take the Wet n Wild eyeshadow primer and prime our lids. We are going to smoothly blend that in and wait for it to dry. After applying the eyeshadow primer, we're going to take a light shade from the City Colors contour palette and a Wet n Wild blending brush and blend that brown shade into our eyelids. We're going to move our hands back and forth as if we were wiping a window and have a very light hand. Bratts, do not rush, take your time, and make sure you are not applying too much pressure or it will come out harsh. Now moving into the e.l.f. eyeshadow palette, we're taking the third darkest shade and working it in with the same Wet n Wild brush to make our lid a little darker but still natural. Now taking the same e.l.f. concealer, we're going to conceal our lids a little to add a shimmer on top. So now I'm taking my finger and blending out the concealer on my lid because I find it way easier to do it like that. So if you take a concealer brush or anything, or even use your finger like me, just blend out the concealer on your lid. Now going in with the same Wet n Wild brush, I'm going to take my concealer and eyeshadow and blend it together so it can both look seamless. Taking this beautiful unicorn brush, I'm going to wipe off all my setting powder. Now to do these brows. I usually like to take e.l.f. Dip Brow in the color medium brown. I like to stick to my natural brow even though my eyebrows aren't really that thick. I just darken them a little and give them a little curve and they are perfect to me. Yes, maybe you guys may not see the difference, but I do, and I love my natural brow even with a little bit of color. The brows really tie your look together, so please take your time, brats, because don't nobody want some bushy, square looking, oversized brows on your face, okay? So now that our eyebrows are all filled in, we're going to be taking the first shimmer shade in the e.l.f. eyeshadow palette and taking e.l.f. eyeshadow C brush to fill in our lid with that shimmer to give our eyes a natural pop. Now that our shimmer is all put on, we're going to take some mascara from the Balm and make our little lashes become long, pretty lashes. Okay, so we can bat our eyes and flip our hair. Now moving into my favorite part, we're going to sculpt my cheekbones with some bronzer. I like to take my bronzer from my cheekbones to my neck to my forehead, going in patterns of patting and a little bit of gliding. I feel like gliding really mushes the foundation together, so the patting gives it a really more glowy, dewy feeling. Now taking one of my favorite glow kits from Anastasia, we are going to wet my makeup brush with some setting spray and tie this whole glowy natural look together with some sparkling highlight. Almost done here, brats. Now we're going to take some Vasanti lip gloss and we're going to keep this natural look going, so we're going to dim it down a little just to keep our lips looking natural but still a little rosy. To tie this natural glowy look together, we're going to set it with some setting spray. Hey brats, I hope you love this video. This is my first time actually recording myself doing my makeup, so I wanted to do something very simple. This is a more of an everyday, just trying to go out, not a really like party look or a going out look. So if you want to do something simple, maybe for school, you know, college or anything like that, this is a very simple look. A little bit of highlight, some eyebrows and some eyeshadow and a cute pink lip, and you're ready for the day. Thank you, brats. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe.